What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Urban FinTech at the G Spot Studios channel, where we try to make finance and technology sexy. I'm your girl, G. And today I'm going to be doing a cryptocurrency reading for the market. It's been a while since I've done one, maybe even a couple of years. I did get pretty much overall good reviews and decent views, but I did get a couple people, I guess that's not their thing. So if it's not your thing, I'll advise you to please exit stage left, come back when I do one of the other videos. It has been my birthday this month, and so of course, in the true Scorpio sense, I've celebrated all month, and therefore I haven't been around to do many uploads. However, I thought what a good time to try to look at this cryptocurrency market from a tarot, however you want to call it, standpoint, and just kind of get a feel for where things are going. And one of the things that I want to acknowledge is that we are currently in Mercury retrograde. So from November 9th through November 29th, so a few more days, we are in retrograde. And so we'll be moving from Sagittarius to Scorpio at that point. And now during retrogrades, it is advised to be cautious with communication, with technology, and travel. And so as you've seen, on the world stage, there has been tons of issues around travel. We're just kind of getting back to our, regular programming at this point. And even there's still some delays that I've been hearing about in the news. But in communications, you have the two parties, political parties and government, that aren't able to communicate and agree on how to move forward with government spending. And so therefore the government was shut down, which has impacted the travel as well as the financial markets. You've seen crypto crashing, Bitcoin's down to $80,000, and the stock market isn't looking so hot as well. So I figured what better time as we're heading out of this Mercury retrograde to really do an analysis via spiritual crypto, tarot, and figure out what's going on in the market and what we can look forward to. So bear with me. I'm going to do a general 3-card spread for the entire market, and then I'm going to move into just the elements. And so we'll do fire, water, air, and earth. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this spread, I'll be using 2 decks, the Urban Tarot deck and then the traditional tarot deck. And then we also have a deck here that'll give us a little bit more insight into what this all means. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do the spread for the general. Ooh, it's messy, honey, because it's falling already. All right, so we're doing the spread for the general, and then we'll go ahead and figure out what things are looking like on the elemental level. All right, tell us what we need to know, Spirit. And just so you know, I always pre-cleanse my cards. I've been doing tarot for quite some time. Been considering opening my tarot channel back up. I do tarot readings on the side though, so I do have clients that come to me and get read, honey, because we be reading over here. All right, 3-card spread. Tell me about the markets for the next coming weeks. 3-card spread. 3-card spread. Okay. All right, so we get everything in reverse. We get the filmmaker in reverse, which is the Prince of Cups. We get the Death card in reverse, the Scorpio energy, right? So coming out of Scorpio season, which is transformation, a new beginning. And then we get sorrow in reverse. So it looks like because of these cards being in reverse, sorrow being the opposite of sorrow would be like happiness or excitement. With the 3 card, it looks like there could be a move toward a better outlook with the cryptocurrency market as a whole, right? So I get there could have been like something on the world stage that was happening as that transitions and turns around with this filmmaker card in reverse. Then you get the Death card in reverse, which is, again, Scorpio energy. So we're coming out of Scorpio season. We're already in Sagittarius season. So maybe as we move into the next month, things will start to change. Any of you who have been experiencing health or issues around your health that may have some implications on your finances, or where you don't have enough money to take care of your health because of finances, that could also change. All right. You get the sorrow card in reverse. So something that's coming out where there could have been like maybe some snake behavior behind some things, decisions, people not being able to communicate effectively. And so that starts to change. And this is just in the next couple of weeks. So I would say maybe about 3 weeks, you'll see a change begin. Okay. Now we're going to clarify these and see what they a little bit more detail of what they mean for us. Okay. All right. So clarify this filmmaker card in reverse. All right, so we're going to clarify, see if we can get more detail. All right, we got one card that came out. Oh, sorry, y'all, because these cards are all over the place. Okay. 6 of Wands in reverse. All reverse cards. The Hermit. Okay. All right, so where there may have been something on the world stage taking place, everybody kind of felt stuck with this Hermit card as the central energy, right? Page of Wands, something new is happening, a new beginning coming our way, something coming in. Where at once we kind of felt like we were working alone on this, something is changing around that. So where it felt like maybe other powers, governments, other institutional structures were kind of controlling, manipulating things, kind of at a standstill because of that. There is something new that is occurring, that is coming into play as it relates to the cryptocurrency market. All right, tell us about this Death card. Again, coming out of Scorpio season with this Death card in reverse, so something changing after Scorpio season, and we know that Scorpio season just officially changed 2 days ago, pretty much. So you get the King of Pentacles, baby, money, 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 money. So money's coming. King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is absolutely Sagittarius, maybe even Capricorn season, right? Somebody's kind of running off with the bag. 7 of Swords. Communication may even be better. King of Wands. Lots of energy coming into the market. And part of this could have been the world stage setting something up so that the prices can go down, so that these institutions can come and buy in. And then eventually those prices are going to surge back up, even higher than what we've seen before. At least I feel that way. I'm not going to say the cards are saying that, but we'll see. Let's see what the cards are saying fully. All right, so tell me about this sorrow. 3 of Swords in reverse. Right, so there was a lack of communication, created some sorrow. That's changing. Everything's changing. 7 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. Okay. So the communication does get better. There is a little bit of excitement as we experience some gains, possibly in December, in the 3rd week of December. There will be some kind of possible crash back down. 7 of Coins in reverse, right? And so we're looking at it. We're looking at our money, and we're wondering, okay, what are we doing? Are we making the right investments? So there's a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplation going on. 3 of Wands. Lots of threes here. Again, that 3rd week in December, there's some kind of message around that. So some people are making the choice to take action, to move toward, more lighter pastures or greener grass, just something around the fact of kind of turning away and moving out of this. And so there could be where this whole situation has shaken some people out fully. Like, I'm moving away from this fully. I've made that decision. My money just wasn't looking good. Maybe they entered at the wrong time. But again, this is what the cards are saying to me. So you get maybe some kind of manipulation in the market. You get a transformation after Scorpio season. Again, Mercury retrograde goes back direct on the 29th. And so we can see entering into December that there will be some money being made, particularly around the 3rd week. But then there's some kind of crash, people looking at the money, or either people where there is a case where money has been made, some of these folks who maybe got in too late or at the wrong time are deciding to exit the market altogether, which could probably potentially create another crash to some sorts. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out what this means for each of the signs. So first we will start with Aries, being the first sign. We will start with fire signs, all right? So tell me about fire signs for the month of December as it relates to their cryptocurrency investments. Tell me about the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, we get one card for you. The universe. That's great energy. Fire signs doing well during their birthday month. Makes sense. All right. Well, not all of you are Sagittariuses, but during a fire season, you all are doing good. Abundance in reverse. All right, so you get the art card with this deck. All right, so there's some ways that fire signs are trying to be creative around their finances. The abundance may be due to the fact that, again, that third week, I don't know what this is. Maybe for you guys, there's a crash, but it starts off good, but then there's some kind of crash with the third week in December with the abundance card in the middle. Let's clarify. The universe. So you're trying to be creative around your finances as well, but kind of thinking like starting off that you guys really got it together financially with the investments that you made. Ace of Wands, yeah, so everything looks good. There's new opportunities. The abundance, the magician. So there's something manipulated again with the markets with the magician card in reverse. And I'm sorry, y'all, these cards is a little, you know, used, honey, but they're good. Like, you gotta like, you know, sort of nostalgia with these, because this is my first deck. Queen of Swords. So again, a lot of thought about how to be creative around your finances. I wonder what the outcome is going to be. But I guess we're not looking for outcome. We're just looking for the overall sentiment from the spiritual realm as it relates to fire signs during the month of December. All right, so you start off feeling pretty good. There's some new opportunities. Somehow markets crash. Something around your finances, something being manipulated around your finances, whether it be from an investment standpoint or whether it be you or someone external from you. There's some kind of manipulation going on. But then you're finding creative ways to work around this situation, right? Really putting your thinking cap on, being in your highest self and really finding ways to work around it. So whether that happens for you or not, that is something to see what happens as a result. But that is as much as I'm going to give you for the month of December. All right, so we're going to move on. After Aries, what do we have? Taurus, right? So let's do Earth. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the building, baby. Tell me about, oh, honey. They just came out all at once. All right. All right. We'll do it in the order in which it fell. So work in reverse, right? So that's the 5 of coins. So there could be some issues around your finances as it relates to your work, your income, your salary, or your business. The Hermit card in reverse. So you're trying to find ways to like get out this funk, right? Get out of the stuckness that you've been in. And then the Game Master. So you're thinking of a game plan. You might even be trying to be strategic, possibly even manipulative to find a way to make this money work for you. All right, let's figure out what this all means. This is for Earth signs. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so you're trying to build your wealth. 8 of coins. You feel like you're doing it all on your own. Maybe no support, no help. And you're doing it meticulously, you know, like one day at a time, like really fine tuning, really taking a sharp eye to what it is that you're investing in, your investments, your financial means, all of those things are something that you have a keen eye to. And then you get the Ace of Wands for the Hermit card, right? So trying to come out of this funk, this new energy, very energetic. Again, this is for the month of December for earth signs. So lots of energy around this time. Knight of Swords. So you're trying to manipulate with this Game Master card, or trying to strategically make something happen, all right, around your finances, because again, your work or your business could be affecting your finances. You're trying to come out of this funk. Maybe you've been in a funk for a little bit or trying to figure things out. And so you're thinking of a master plan. Five of Pentacles. It's going to take support from other people, my dear earth signs. You're going to need the help of others, right? And in one case, there may be too many chefs in the kitchen. But I think this is overall just really saying that you really need this time to have the kind of support you need, because you've been working at it alone by yourself meticulously, right? But when you have this support from other people, you'll be able to really change the game, right? And make things really happen for you in a greater sense by having that support system. All right, so that's what we have for you, earth signs. Now we are moving after Taurus is Cancer. So Cancers, we're doing water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water signs. So it looks like everybody's coming out the funk, honey. Everybody gets that Hermit in reverse. All right, tell me more, water signs. Tell me more about water signs. And so sometimes, although we're doing a cryptocurrency reading and trying to figure out, you know, financially what this means or what the market is going to look like for you, it could be other aspects of your life that affect you. And so you may have been in the funk, dear water signs, for a little bit. Coming out of it, Prince of Disc, he's a trader. Some of you should be day trading, okay? Water signs, perfect time to day trade during the month of December, excuse me. Worry, right? So something that you may have been worried about, because this is worry in reverse, is not going to change for you, water signs. This is good news, honey. I like to see this. All right, so being in the funk, kind of being reclusive, even perhaps just kind of staying out of the scene. But it looks like in the month of December, there'll be maybe some day trading, even some trading of different stocks or cryptocurrencies that you have. We're just kind of trading those around just to make sure that your options are looking more optimal for you. And then whatever you've been worried about, particularly if it's been around your health or if your finances have affected your health to some degree, that is going to let up, and you'll start to see some light at the end of the tunnel. All right. All right, so your relationships could have been affecting your mood, dear water signs, and something from the past. So again, Mercury was retrograde in November during Scorpio season, so this could have affected water signs more than any other sign. And it could have been something around your past. All right, past relationships, past lives. It could even be like just your family past, like that coming to the surface, and you thinking about like how you were raised or brought up or whatever has impacted you to the point where you were feeling a little bit reclusive and kind of like just alone and kind of like separating yourself, right? But then it's telling you day trading is not a bad idea, or you could trade some stocks or cryptocurrencies. I keep saying stocks, so that makes me think that it's more than crypto for the water signs. And then you get the Knight of Swords, right? So things going slow. So even if you do start trading, it could take some time before it happens. I think the other part of this is telling you to do the long trade as opposed to maybe the quick turnarounds, but go for the longer trades, okay? All right, and so then worry in reverse has changed, and you get the Hermit card now upright. So you're kind of at a standstill. You're in a sense of peace, enlightenment, trying to let go of the worry. So there's intentionality about not wanting to worry about different things when it comes to you, dear water signs. Even if you feel it deep down, you're making a conscious decision not to worry because somehow you know that affects everything else, right? Okay. And so if you're going to be trading, that's the financial part we get here. It may take a long time, or you should do the longer trade, right? All right, so that's what we have for you, water signs. All right, and so up next, what do we have? After water comes air. All right, so then we got Gemini. Oh, let's do this card. All right, so for Geminis, for Libras, and the Aquarius, honey. I'm Aquarius moon, so whoop, whoop. All right. Tell us what the crypto market is looking like in the month of December for the air signs. Tell us about air. All right. All right, so you get the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. So same old somehow for my air signs. You get the Gang card in reverse. All right, same old. So it looks like it might not be much of a change for you all. Oh, then I take that back. Your last card is change. All right, so what it looks like is going to happen for you during the month of December is it's going to start off really slow. A lot of your investments is just kind of stagnant. They're just kind of same old, not really doing much, not moving too much, right? You're not even giving it much thought. And then you're not really seeing any gains with the Gang card in reverse, right? So you're probably just relaxing, chilling. Some of you may even be like just trying to do self-care, meditate, just kind of really focused on your personal well-being, which isn't a bad thing. And then there's a change with the Two of Pentacles, which also means balance as well. But I see a lot of health stuff here too for you air signs. So you could be focusing on your like just mental well-being. Mental health is what I'm seeing, not necessarily like your physical health, but definitely mental health. All right. As it relates to your finances, honey, because don't nobody like being broke. Sometimes you could, everything, finances can affect everything. Your physical health, like physically make you sick, right? Queen of Swords. All right, so not much going on, but even though there's not much going on in the market, there's a lot of thought on your part, air signs, right? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, not a lot going on financially, but you're still thinking about this. There's a lot of thought. And air signs are very intelligent, intellectual kind of people. So I do appreciate that about them. The Magician. All right, so nothing being manipulated. You're not trying to manipulate anything. There's nothing being gained, but you're in a place of like solace and like calm, right? So you're not like flustered, right? Or like just losing your shit about whatever's happening. So tell me about this change card. What is this change card about? So you're thinking about balance, right? And you're thinking about your mental health, particularly as it relates to around your finances or your cryptocurrency investments. Five of Pentacles. So some of you have even thought about walking away, particularly from some investments that maybe you thought you wouldn't have walked away from before. And so there's contemplation around that. And you're thinking that this may be something that you need to do in order to create the kind of balance that you need. Financially and also probably like personally within your life. Right, air signs? All right. So let's go ahead and do a final reading for the entire read that we did. So for the entire cryptocurrency market, we're going to just pull 2 cards. This is my little witches deck. I don't use this one often, but we'll see what they say and if we can tie this into anything that we've gotten thus far. So tell me in general, for the general spread, what this all means for the month of December. Give me 2 cards. 2 cards. 2 cards. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving or holiday or whatever it is that you want to call it. But ultimately, I hope that you're spending time with your family. That is the biggest currency there is out here is family. Working too hard. All right. So a lot of us have been putting in overtime, just working beyond our means. And we know, particularly with inflation and the interest rates and just, the economic impact that everybody's been feeling, that our efforts don't seem to be getting compensated the way that we probably feel that they should, right? And so it's saying working too hard, right, for the general. So this is for everybody. So when your President Trump cuts those checks, that will be his way of saying, you know what, you done worked, you done earned this, y'all. Y'all go ahead and get this extra little cash. What is that? A stimulus check, a tariff check? I'm not sure. A Doge check, hence Doge. We're talking about cryptocurrency. If he does cut a check and uses it under the Doge, because Doge is the Department of Governmental Efficiencies, and they're finding this money and they're saying, okay, if we got this extra money, we can give it to the people. And so you can do the correlation that if they do send those checks out, I could see that Doge would possibly have some kind of increase in the future as well. Back off. All right. And so I think with the working too hard and taking your time, you got 40 as a number here, and then you got back off number 22, right? So it could be something around those numbers where you want to pay attention to, but back off could just simply mean, it says voodoo in blue. It just could be mean to just kind of sit back and kind of let everything play itself out, particularly in the month of December. Because what else could you really do other than just kind of let everything play itself out and see where everything goes? We know that markets crash, they also rise, right? And so you have one and then you have the other. It's just the name of the game. It's the yin and the yang. All right, so this is the cryptocurrency reading for the month of December for all of you. And I appreciate you stopping by. We'll try to get more of these going. I'm going to try to create more of a format around this so that I can infuse these videos periodically on my channel. But I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think in the comments. Be nice, be kind, and rewind. No, I'm just kidding. Be nice, be kind, and I wish you all the best. Take care.